Arman Tsarukyan may never get a title shot within the UFC, and I'm going to tell you why inside this video. And this whole situation has monumentally altered the UFC lightweight division forever. And there are a lot of people kind of supporting the idea of an Arman Tsarukyan title shot. I'm going to try and prove in this video to the best of my ability why he, one, does not deserve one, and why, two, he may never get one. So let me know what you think of this video. Let me know what your thoughts are on this topic. Am I right or am I right? Let's get started with the reason why Arman Tsarukyan's not getting one in the first place.
With Arman Tsarukyan weighing in as the backup, is he getting back in the good graces with you and the...
Well, it's not about getting back in the good graces. It's about, the guy had the opportunity to fight for a title and didn't make weight. It's just, you couldn't fuck up anything worse than...
With Arman...
You heard the boss, man. First things first, shout out to Full Send MMA for that video. Please don't strike my channel, please. It's all I've got. But you heard it. Dana White, initially we all thought it was a back injury. Dana White said he couldn't make the weight. Arman Tsarukyan not being able to make the weight completely messed up the main event of UFC 311 and probably cost the UFC thousands of dollars in pay-per-view numbers. Let's be real here. Probably cost them a lot of money in pay-per-view numbers. The UFC, and Dana White specifically, then said this.
Going back to the drawing board with Arman, kind of tell us about what that looks like. What are you going to kind of envision?
I don't know. He's not getting a title shot, so that means he's going to have to fight his way back to the title.
He is not getting a title shot. Dana White made that very, very clear. They're not going to just give Arman Tsarukyan a title shot. He's going to have to fight his way back to the title. So, since that event on January 18th, 2025, this year, this is what he's done. On the next slide, I've got everything that Arman Tsarukyan has done within the UFC. Nothing! He's done nothing! Okay? I understand he was the backup fighter for UFC 317. If you're the backup fighter, why don't you fight someone? Gamrot's been calling you out. Fight Gamrot. You've lost to Gamrot. And it's not like he's been injured. He's been doing grappling matches. He's weighed in as the backup fighter. Which, by the way, I could have weighed in as the backup fighter for that event, okay? I could have weighed in at 155 pounds. Now, granted, if shit had hit the fan, I have to get in there with Ilia Topuria. Listen, I might have to pull off, the good old 100-meter dash and run around that cage for 25 minutes. But, either way, I could have done what Arman did, and that's weighing at 155. He's done nothing. He hasn't fought anyone. And I'm going to bring up a few tweets from Arman Tsarukyan that really gives you an idea of what we're dealing with here in terms of the type of person that we're dealing with. So, this is Arman Tsarukyan days before the UFC 317 main event, where Ilia Topuria knocked out Charles Oliveira in 2 minutes, by the way. And I'm going to read out to you. You better pray nothing happens to Charles because I am the worst possible matchup for you in this division. There's a reason why you're fighting the guy I already beat and not me for that belt. There's a reason why he's fighting Charles Oliveira and not you. Because you pulled out and ruined UFC 311, number one. And number two, after Charles Oliveira lost to you, he didn't just sit on his hands and do what you're doing. He fought Michael Chandler. Obviously, it's Michael Chandler. Say what you want to say about that win. He fought and beat Michael Chandler, and then he's back in there against Ilia Topuria. Oh, you, since fighting Charles Oliveira last year and beating him, have done nothing. You pulled out against Islam Makhachev, which is the same as a loss, by the way. I don't care what anyone tries to say. That is the equivalent of losing your title shot ability by losing to another person because you messed up the main event. Not a week or two before, the actual event. They have to find Volkanovski in, 14 days notice, all that jazz. You pulled out 24 hours before the event, and you're coming along demanding title shots. You're calling Ilia Topuria a duck. You said he's ducking you. The UFC have made it very clear to you. We all watched the clip at the start of the video. They made it very clear to you that you will not be getting a title shot. You're calling him a duck? Arguably, you're the one ducking him by not fighting. You're not doing anything. And this is where the problem arises. He will never get a title shot because his whole memo here has been, the UFC gives me a title shot or I'm not fighting anyone. The UFC are just going to do Pimlet versus Gaethje, winner gets a title shot. Or they'll just give Pimlet or Gaethje a title shot. And realistically, you are not in the situation in the sport where you can be demanding these sort of things. You've done nothing in the sport. Yeah, you've beaten Charles Oliveira on 300. Nice, good job. You've done nothing in the sport to be demanding this sort of stuff. If Islam Makhachev pulled out of an event, let's say for this JDM fight that's coming up, let's say Islam Makhachev pulls out of the event a day before it happens and then starts demanding a title shot with Ilia Topuria, I would kind of say, yeah, maybe let it go. Maybe you can justify it for Islam Makhachev. He's got 3 title defenses at lightweight, 4 title defenses at lightweight. You haven't even been a champ yet. he's spoiled. I'm going to be honest, he's spoiled. His dad's money has spoiled him into believing this is how life is. No consequences for your actions whatsoever. No, oh, you just ruined an event, cost the UFC thousands of dollars, possibly millions in pay-per-view money, ruined the entire event. Oh yeah, I'll just waltz back into a title shot, no worries. That's not how it works around here. You have to fight to earn it. And you're being outpaced not only by the champ, by the rest of your division is outpacing you. Paddy Pimblett's fought twice since you last fought. Gaethje's fought twice. He was also on 300. Holloway's fought 3 times. He was also on 300. Charles, who lost to you, you beat Oliveira. He's fought twice since then. He's on the same card as you. You have no excuse to be sat around doing nothing, demanding a title shot after ruining the main event of a pay-per-view. Respectfully, and he's been talking about retirement on the Jackson podcast. I may think about retiring if they don't give me a title shot by the end of the year. You will never get a title shot acting like this, and he may never get one in the UFC. We may damn near see this guy retire at 28 years of age because he won't get a title shot because he couldn't make weight. And this is no one's fault but his own. He put himself in this position and he needs to get himself out of this position. But whatever. Let me know what you think of the video. Let me know what you think of my opinion. Personally, I think I'm spot on, but whatever. Let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.